So human trafficking kind of falls into two camps. There's the sex trafficking side of it and the labor trafficking side of it. And under federal law, that's any time an individual uses force, threats of force, fraud, or coercion to compel someone to engage in either sex work or labor. And they do so by recruiting people, obtaining, maintaining, patronizing, somehow compelling them to engage in those services, or they profit from it. They engage in a venture where they make money from it. So that's sort of the broader definition. And it under the case law, we have the ability to think somewhat creatively with how we target and go after individuals. You'll also notice within the types of cases that are coming to our office and across the country, there often can be an overlap where somebody's exploited both for sex and also for labor. In the scope of human trafficking, we see sort of an individual juvenile being sex trafficked. And so a case like that would include the trafficker who's recruiting her and making her available for commercial sex, maybe by posting her online or through an informal network, and he's the one who's profiting from that. Then there's also the commercial sex buyer, so the individual who is paying to engage in those services. So when we think about sex trafficking versus kind of prostitution activity, we've got 3 people involved versus 2. So it can range from a trafficker and a juvenile on up to really complex international organizations. The U.S. Attorney's Office recently prosecuted a Thai sex trafficking ring, and that included recruiters trafficking these women. They were adult women in Thailand who used visa fraud to recruit them and then to make them available in the U.S. market for commercial sex. And there were different roles people played in this criminal enterprise, from running the houses of prostitution. They would lease often apartments. They would schedule the commercial sex acts, and they would coordinate the travel of the women. Then there would be people who were facilitating the crimes, people who would pick up these women at the airport, drive them to the banks to send money back to Thailand, or to drive them to the apartments to make them available for commercial sex. And then there were also money launderers, so the individuals who would send the money back to Thailand to pay off these women's their bondage debts.